Her hands started to sweat.
They're the interviews you've been waiting to hear.
She did break down and cry in there. We could see that she was crying.
Recorded accounts from Orange County corrections officers describe Casey's reaction when her daughter's body was found. And they said Casey saw it first on Channel 9.
She was very tuned in to listening to it.
These audio recordings will give you insight into Casey Anthony like never before.
According to corrections officers, as Casey tried to process the news of the remains being found, she asked jail medical staff to examine her sweaty palms for ailments, and she was certain that her shackles had suddenly become too tight. Channel 9's Kathy Bellich has been on this major story from the very beginning. And Kathy, corrections officers said Casey had never, ever reacted this way before.
That's right. A jail lieutenant said the only time Casey Anthony has had an emotional outburst at the jail was December 11th after she saw our special report that Kaylee's remains had probably been found near her house. Nothing like her lack of distress a month earlier over a similar report at Blanchard Park, which turned out to be bogus. As the evidence closed in on Casey Anthony on December 11th, when a child's remains that likely were Kaylee's were found less than a half-mile from her house, she complained to Jail Lieutenant Tammy Unser that her chains were tightening their grip.
And she collapsed into the chair and started to what appeared to be hyperventilating. Her hands started to sweat. She started rubbing them profusely. She was in waist chains and handcuffs, and she kept saying the waist chains are getting tighter and tighter. I mean, please loosen them.
Jail Sergeant Billy Richardson said the jail tried to keep Casey away from the televisions once the news broke that day, but she found out anyway.
That she had her own personal radio, was listening to that.
They took her to the medical clinic. The television was on there. She tried not to watch, but could hear it. She didn't cry.
She then bent over and made complaints that she was feeling sick to her stomach.
She's like, no, I won't hurt myself, but she did ask for a sedative. Not normal for her. That is, in fact, the first drug she has taken while she is in jail.
Later, Casey said something chilling to Lieutenant Unser.
I can't cry. I can't break down and cry because this isn't real. And then she started talking about football.
The college championships. Lieutenant Unser says she talked to a jail psychologist, and then her attorney, Jose Baez, showed up. That's when Casey broke down, held her head in her hands, and sobbed. She later took a shower and told Lieutenant Unser that the sedative had calmed her stomach. Reporting live in Orange County, Kathy Bellich, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
And here's what's next in the case against Casey. This Thursday, Casey's lawyers will interrogate George and Cindy Anthony in yet another defense deposition. Casey's murder trial is set to start October 20th.